Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full throat. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Vols will kick it away first. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Makes a move. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Line gets set, first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
The Seminoles headed quickly to the line. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Ward Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's on target and complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it from the gun. Shakes off the defender. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Here comes the offense on first down. Leaves it with the back. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The give to the back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it, though.
He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The Noles moving quickly to the line. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Using the quick game. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. They'll run the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run the option. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. To the ground to try to move the chains. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. They've already converted a 4th down here in the first quarter, and they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. It may seem like a really aggressive call, but David, you settle for 3 there. It's like handing a win to the defense.
Yeah, and I like aggressive. Aggressive is good for offenses, and we've seen it time and time again. You get beat when you kick field goals. That's something that you look back, it's a big stat. So I like the aggressiveness to go for it, especially when you get it. Like, easy decision, right? First down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable 3rd and long situation.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And after the interception, he steps out of bounds, and he's swung a little momentum on the final play of the first quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got him downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeps it. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The Vols want to move quickly. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got a man. It's Morris. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Running back searching for a hole. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. You just saw one there on the crossing route.
Pressure coming. pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. And this offense has gotten off to a good start on 3rd down, but this is a different deal on 3rd and long. Quick strike complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
He'll keep it himself. Now the pitch.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Using his legs, it's Sims. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. And the Noles will hustle to the line. Now on the option. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. The give to the tailback. He's there to make the stop.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And the ball is picked off. And he returned that into reverse skate in a hurry and takes it to the 46.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking for...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Turner. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a miss.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the catch. It's Morris. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
And this one splits the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Bringing it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot and see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's put in danger, and it's picked off.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. just enough time for one final play of the half. This quarterback, part of their running game. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. No good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my...
And that pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going
What
on,
up?
Kevin?
I had it muted for a long time. I didn't realize.
Fresno State has the lead right now, but
Good,
this
man.
Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They
That was
just
a bad
haven't
ball,
been
though.
able to separate themselves yet today.
He was beat.
They're up by 7 over the Pandas. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Yeah.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field.
I'm mad at people like these little ass defensive ends out here. Like that. They need to fix that because it's physics, man.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Not what they had in
Especially
mind
when
to
the
start this drive.
RPO.
Here comes 2nd and 13.
The guy playing man reacting to the play action, like you ain't even looking in the backfield. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, block.
Floating away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Knocked down for the tackle.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Yeah, everybody got one. We had the spot, but then he took off.
Behind this defense on 3rd down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. But he's got a head of steam. Boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air.
Oh, shit.
Fires into traffic.
That's game, yeah.
Smashes through. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good. And that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Oh, I thought it was a close game.
Third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw for it.
There we go.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The Seminoles in the hurry-up. Quick release by the QB. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The RPO, it's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He caught it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
That was the line. It used to be a linebacker. 29.
So now on comes the field goal.
He wasn't going to play, so I'm moving the safety.
This one shouldn't be too much trouble.
Had 90 speed, so he can still play, but he can hit.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Well, I played Spider in the other league, so I knew kind of how he played.
It's touchdown time in Tennessee. Snags it quickly on the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
It's a nice gain, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Going to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for growth on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Volunteers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
I don't cut people, man. If I can help it, I'll move them. See if they can do something else.
He'll field the punt
move
and see what he can
the
get.
tight end all the time to get to take them out.
At about the 37-yard line. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spirit.
No, that just meant the injuries was off. And wear and tear.
For this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution.
Thought he was trying to pitch it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defensive end understanding football?
Oh,
understanding
yeah,
that I got to keep outside contain. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Run that play, man. I know kind of where to go, but you took that guy off of that hook right there. He'd have been open.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Handoff to the single running back.
Well, they can
and a
mash
pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback checking the play. On the move, it's Sims. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down because from here,
I hate this, man. Like, why did they do that? He just lined up.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards.
But the play calls, after the play call went away, he just lined up on the guard.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, when the first joined, he burned me so many times with that.
He's looking to throw it. Fires left. Got his man.
So many times.
Touchdown, no! They move on top here in the 4th.
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time I'm going to get my running back, who's a fast athlete, in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design, nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup.
Yeah.
San Diego State
I can't get anything to rock with
this.
this. And the fastest one I got is
lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 21 over the Coyotes. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Yes?
And how about that one? Devin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass.
Come on.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Vols send out the punt unit. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react to getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Unloads quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
There's always a delay with that.
To pick up the tempo. They'll keep it on the ground.
I mean, for me on defense, like, I knew I wanted to go to that screen, but on the snap, he just sits there for a second instead of letting me move.
The lead, you've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just a blip because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it out.
Man, they have been great on 4th down. A perfect 3 for 3. They'll try it again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
What a big stop for this defense in the second
He had a
half
spot
around
at
midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
Oh.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great... Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And listen,
He's
QB
my
job number
pitch
one.
guy, but he didn't even
We got to
get
understand
touched
when
for
to
a
give up
second.
on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
Trying to get to him. He's going to take off. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Twin receivers on both sides of the field. It's 2nd and 4. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Quarterback checking off.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Lasso! Lasso!
3rd down play from the gun. He fires a bullet to the right. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Working that left side now. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Motion from the offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Sims. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Makes the grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They move the tight end all over. They're going to run it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Florida State.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And the Tennessee offense will take over.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Yeah, and your first job is to
They
affect the
didn't even
quarterback and
touch
try to get
him.
him off his spot.
I got 5 blocking 3.
Gets outside the pocket. They did a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Looking to buy time. Here's a throw downfield late.
Man, I was so
And it's
late.
incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
Boy,
Complete downfield. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Good
Not
game.
a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
He's going to pass. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. To the air on 1st down. Still looking on the move. He's going up top here late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
And 1st down for the offense.
Offense getting set for 1st down. He wants to throw. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get it done.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.